I want to look at how dividend reinvestment plans allow investors to compound their returns automatically. Dividend reinvestment plan will then give you that advantage of compounding your returns automatically. So in this case, I want to consider number one, automatic reinvestment of dividends. There's that automatic reinvestment of dividends in this plan. So we look at reinvesting dividends. A dividend reinvestment plan automatically uses the dividends you received, from stocks to purchase additional shares, often without commission or fee. It is a commission-free kind of purchase. So this means that instead of taking dividend as cash, your investment is immediately used to buy additional shares or additional stock in the company that issued the dividends, which in turn generates more dividends in the future. You equally have ongoing growth. So by continuously, reinvesting dividends, you accumulate more shares over time, and this will increase your total, dividend income. This creates a compounding effect, which dividend generates more dividends, where the dividend you received will equally generate more dividend, leading to that kind of exponential growth at the end of the day. Number three is compounding through fractional shares. Compounding through fractional shares. So in this case, you have that particular advantage of purchasing a kind of fractional ownership, in a company, purchasing fractional shares. So dividend reinvestment plans typically allows you to purchase fractional shares with your dividends, meaning even smaller dividends can still be reinvested. You can reinvest the little dividends you have because you are able to purchase a fractional ownership in the shares you want to purchase. So over time, this small investment in fractional shares build up, further compounding your returns and enhancing portfolio growth. So in addition, you have no minimum investments. So dividend reinvestment plans enables the reinvestment of dividends regardless of how small, making it easier to compound returns continuously, even when the dividend payout is low. Even when it's low, you can still reinvest, in the plan, no matter how low the dividends you are receiving. Number three is dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging. So this has to do with a kind of consistency in purchase. You discover that dividend reinvestment plans involve the regular purchase of additional shares regardless of market conditions. When the market is high, you still buy. When the market is low, you still buy. That will smoothen out your buying price at the end of the day. So you buy shares consistently over time without trying to time the markets. You also consider buying more shares in the down markets. When the market is up, you buy shares. When the market is down, you still buy the dips. When the market is up, you buy. When the market is down, you still buy the dip. Number four is tax deferred growth in retirement accounts. Tax deferred growth in retirement accounts. So in this case, there's that compounding without immediate taxes. The tax will come later, but just keep on compounding. So in tax deferred accounts like IRA or 401k, dividend reinvestment through dividend plan can grow without being subjected to immediate taxation. This allows the compounding effects to continue uninterrupted, kind of, as you won't have to pay taxes on dividend when withdraw when you withdraw your fund. So the taxes are deducted at withdrawal. So not only that, I talk about long-term growth. So the longer you allow the dividend to compound, you discover that the more you can accumulate without worrying about the tax impact in the short term. As long as you don't withdraw the money, you can compound tax-free. Whenever you do the withdrawal, and the government will come in and take their own share of your returns through taxes. Please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Number 5 is increase dividends over time. Increase dividends over time. So in this case, you have larger dividend payments. As the number of shares you own grows through reinvestment, you will stand to reap a larger dividends whenever the next dividend is declared. This creates a positive feedback loop where the additional share dividend, the additional dividend generates even more shares, which generates more dividend, further compounding your return. The way the entire process works is very, very interesting. The initial dividend will buy additional shares. You have increased number of shares, which will yield bigger dividends. Bigger dividend will now buy you a higher number of shares. In that case, your shares keeps on increasing, and your dividend equally keeps on increasing. As the dividend keeps on increasing, the more shares you are opportune to buy. So it compounds, it compounds over time because of the dividend reinvestments. There is this long-term benefit we need to take into consideration. So over time, reinvested, dividends leads to a larger dividend base, which result in a higher overall returns, particularly for long-term investors who allow their investment to grow over many years. I just explained. The more dividend you invest, the more your capital base, the higher the amount you will receive as dividends. Number 6, lower average cost per share. Lower average cost per share. So in this case, when you employ dollar cost average, there's that impact that you end up benefiting from, in the sense that you purchase, you are able to purchase your shares consistently. You repurchase shares consistently. When the market is high, when the market is low, you still keep on investing. So this results in a lower overall cost basis, for your shares, which can increase the long-term growth potential as the value of those shares appreciates. So this particular plan is very interesting, actually. It provides a powerful tool for compounding returns, and it does that automatically by reinvesting dividends to purchase additional shares. And the more shares you have, the more dividends it will yield, in the subsequent financial year. So this process allows for consistent growth even in a volatile market by utilizing dollar cost averaging and as well as fractional share purchases. So it's a very interesting plan, particularly if you have a long-term horizon. It will benefit you tremendously.